We will start right where we end in yoga. So we'll start in Shavasana. So you might choose to extend your legs long if your low back is feeling a little crunchy this morning. You might keep your legs bent at the knee. As you lay down on your back, invite your eyes to close. And just feel yourself coming into the fullness of your breath. Hands could be by your side or on your body here. Just begin to explore how much you're able to breathe in. Explore how it feels to fully release that breath out. You might even start to circle your lips for your exhale, coming to that straw breath. Breathing in through your nose and out through circled lips. Take a few more conscious, full breaths here. And with your next breath, begin to find a long line of your body. So stretch your toes forward, your fingers back and behind you. That big good morning stretch here, reaching through your heels or your toes forward, through your fingers back. And then relax your hands by your side. Take a bend into both knees if they're not already. Reach for your strap. Bring one knee in towards your chest. Loop your strap around the sole of your foot. And then invite your elbows to rest down by your sides. And just begin to find a very simple swinging movement here, forward and backwards. We're using the strap more than the muscles of our leg to swing. So let your leg be as relaxed as it can be. And let your hands do this movement, swinging your leg close to your body and then away from your body along this forward, backward line. Good, and we want to have that strap looped closer to the toes and at the center of your foot. Nice long movements here, just inviting these bigger muscles of the leg to awaken. Next time your foot is centered over your hip, start to swing right and left, side to side movements. Beautiful. Bring your foot into stillness over your hip. Release the strap from your leg, lower your foot to the ground, and we'll come to our second side. Good. Give yourself enough strap here so that your arms can rest on the ground. We'll start this forward, backward movement as you're ready. Nice, smooth, long movements here. Start to notice the way your breath is moving as we gently guide your lifted leg forward and backwards. And using these slow and smooth movements to invite your muscles to naturally start to open and relax. And we're consciously keeping that opposite leg bent so that we're not going too deep into the stretch right away. Next time your foot is centered over your hip, bring yourself into a side to side movement here. Right and left movement. Center your heel over your hip, release your strap from your leg, release this leg down to the ground, and settle that strap down by your side. Bring your first leg in towards your chest. You can bend at your knee, and we're holding either behind your thigh or in front of your shin. Keep that bend of your knee as you pull your leg up and in as much as you can here. You might even lift your head towards your knee, bringing your nose, your forehead closer. And then release your head and neck down, but keep your knee inward and start to circle your knee around your hip. Might be making very small circles or larger circles here. Next time your knee is coming close to your body, just reverse these circles. Beautiful. One more time, hold your knee in as close as it can come. Then bring your hand behind your thigh, if it's not there already, and start to straighten your heel up towards the ceiling. Keep holding your leg here or switch to the strap if this feels like it's creating strain in your body. We'll start to find some wiggle and stretch into your lifted toes. Maybe you'll come back to that straw breath here as you wiggle and stretch into these 5 toes. And keep the movement in your toes or start to circle into your ankle. And if you're circling into your ankle, reverse that circle here. Beautiful. Release your leg, lower this lifted leg to the ground with a bent knee. Bring your opposite knee inwards, holding behind your thigh or in front of your shin. And just pull this knee as close as you can to your chest. You might keep your head and shoulders down, or you might take that lift upwards. If you could kiss your knee, you might kiss your knee. That's okay. And then we'll lower our head and shoulders to the ground if they're lifted. Start to circle your knee here around your hip joint. Find the movement that's possible on this side without triggering any discomfort, any pain. We'll reverse these knee circles. Beautiful. Come back towards center and stillness. Again, hugging your knee in as close as can be. Switch your hands to behind your thigh if they're not already there. That's creating space to press your heel up. The leg does not need to be straight here. We're just extending our heel towards the ceiling so we can find some movement here into your 5 toes. Find that wiggle and stretch. Maybe come back to that straw breath. And we'll start to circle here into your ankle. And we'll circle the opposite direction into your ankle. Beautiful. Bring your foot into stillness. Release your hands from your leg. Lower your lifted leg to the ground. Walk your feet slightly wider than your hips. Create some space between your arms. Arms can come out into a T. Palms facing up to the ceiling. Find a very gentle side to side windshield wiper movement here. We're not trying to move fast at all. Let yourself slow down. Feel how this movement lands in your body this morning. Next time both knees are pointing to the right, we can stay here. You might take that right foot and stack it on your left knee, that lower foot stacked on your upper knee. So Debbie, you would switch lower foot on upper knee. You can look at me if it doesn't make sense. There it is. Yeah. If that causes pain, just ignore that instruction. You can look in the opposite direction. So knees to the right, gaze to the left. Easy breath here. Good. Uncross if you've got that lower leg lifted. Use your next breath to bring knees and head towards center and then shift both in the opposite direction. Good. Legs could be free here, or if you want that stacking, it's the bottom leg will rest on your upper knee. Go ahead, release that hold if you have it. Both feet on the ground, swing your knees, hips, and nose back towards center. Relax your hands by your side. Bring yourself back into that long line stretch of your body. Fingers behind you, heels or toes stretching forward. Big long line stretch. And then relax your hands by your side. Fold into your knees. Bring one leg in towards your body and hook your hands behind that thigh. Lift your other foot away from the ground, kick it forward to bring you up to a seat, and we'll find our cross-legged position here. There it is. He's there, yes. Yay. Let's find our cross-legged position here. Hands at our knees, start to move into your torso. Good, big or small circles here. The spine has been more or less in stillness, except for that last little twist that we took on the ground. And we'll switch our circle direction, moving here in the opposite direction. All right, big full body circles. One more circle here in this direction. Beautiful. We'll bring our spine into stillness, but bring that circling now into your head and your neck. Good. One more circle in this direction, and then we'll switch. Beautiful. Bring your head and neck towards center. Extend your heels forward. And now wiggle into the 10 toes here. Yes, and then we'll send our knees to the right, feet to the left. Take a lean onto that right hand, and we'll start to circle big circles into your left arm. Good. One more circle in this direction, and then we'll reverse directions. Good, big circles. Feel how your shoulder joints receives this movement. Feel that movement coming into your side body. Next time you're reaching back, we'll lean into our left hand, bring our knees to the left, feet to the right, start circling here. It's your long right arm. Good. Next time you're reaching backwards, we'll reverse this circle. Beautiful. Let's bring ourselves towards center here. Again, extend both heels forward and in front of you. Hold into your right leg and open your right knee out to the side. Good. Left leg is nice and long. Beautiful. If you're noticing this knee is lifted far away from the ground, you might slip a block or a blanket underneath just to give that hip flexor some support and softening here. Good. Nice big inhale, reach up here. Exhale, bring your hands through heart center and we'll frame our long leg. If the floor feels far, here's another place you might place blocks. We're keeping our back long and not rounded here. So fingertips are connected to the ground. Find a light outward rotation of the upper shoulders. Feel your shoulder blades come towards each other. Gaze is on the toes or the foot of your long leg. Let yourself inhale, rounding into your belly. As you exhale, find a light tug of your navel back towards your spine. Good. So we're inhaling soft belly. Exhale, activate and squeeze your abdominal muscles in towards your midline and back towards your spine. Good. We can keep this with just those abdominal muscles, or we can layer in the pelvic floor also, lifting up and then drawing the abdominal muscles back in your exhale. Each inhale, we're relaxing both the pelvic floor muscles and the abdominal muscles. Each exhale lifts like a straw, that whole pelvic floor up and in, all of the abdominal muscles up and in. Each inhale, soften and relax. Good. Breathing here into our Maha Mudra. This is the great seal pose, activating those yogic energetic locks at the pelvic floor, that Mula Bandha, at the abdominal center. If you'd like to layer the last of the bandhas on here, you can do so by bringing your chin in and back at the very bottom of your exhale. Then we're relaxing pelvic floor, abdomen, and throat, activating, lifting, and squeezing from the pelvic floor, abdomen, and throat inwards. So each exhale is a contraction of those three energetic points. Each inhale is a softening and a relaxing. This is creating the inner structure of support and alignment in your body. We are counteracting with that neck stretch, our cell phone neck that all of us hopefully don't have, but that all of us are have the potential to have. And we're giving ourselves that nice core support with that activation of the pelvic floor muscles and the abdominal muscles. One more cycle here, inhaling, relaxing, exhale, contracting. Good, relaxing as you breathe in. Let's switch sides, bringing your right knee up and inwards. Extend your right heel forward. Left heel comes in, opening your left knee to the side. Good, give yourself that knee support if you need it, support beneath your hands if you need it. Take an inhale, reaching. Exhale, bring your hands through center, framing into your front foot. Good. So the hands are activating that isometric pulling backwards. So as if we're going to drag our fingers back, but they're not actually in motion. That's going to create a little bit of tone in the muscles of your upper arms. And we can feel our shoulder blades draw together, a slight broadening across the front of our shoulders. Gaze is on your long leg, toes or your foot. Nice breath in, relaxing. Exhale, feel that contraction. We're starting with just that Uddiyana Bandha, that navel drawing in, transverse abdominis drawing in towards your midline. Relax as you breathe in. Lift and activate as you exhale. And yoga's choice. You can always stay with simply those abdominal muscles activating and relaxing, or we can layer on those other yogic blocks by lifting the entire pelvic floor, as we activate the abdomen, and then relaxing the abdomen and the pelvic floor. We can also add in that neck lock called the Jalandhara Bandha by drawing your chin slightly in. Everything relaxes as we breathe in. Everything lifts and draws inwards as we exhale. Good. One more activation on your exhale. Relaxing as you inhale, use your hands to draw your left knee up, pointing to the ceiling. Bring your right knee in as well, up and pointing towards the ceiling. Reach beneath your right foot, grab for your left ankle, and bring that left heel towards the right hip. Really good. Right heel could come directly inwards. Option one. Option two is we could cross with our knee pointing up towards the ceiling. We're moving towards our cow face pose. So traditional cow face pose has that right heel also by the left hip. I can't do that to my body. My knees won't stack in a straight line, but maybe you can. So the heel's back towards your opposite hip. Yeah, I can do it. There you go. Good. So hands are on that top leg, wherever it is. Roll your shoulders back. Feel that alignment of your spine. Both sit bones meet the blanket that you're on or the ground. We don't want to be sat on our heels here. Feel into those natural curves of your spine. Yeah, sure. Yeah, does it feel comfortable? Yeah, we're looking for a stretch kind of in the outer edge of your lifted leg. So if you're not feeling that, you might bring your foot to the ground and let your knee point up. Yes, I feel a little bit more kind of outside edge of the leg stretch. Yeah, yeah. So we're going to take this top leg, right leg, and we'll twist towards that right leg. There it is. Good. So right hand's rooting into the ground by our hip or by our sacrum. Top hand can just be reaching towards the right. Arm could be long. Nice, easy breath here. And then we'll inhale, coming once more to face forward. So keep your right hand on your right knee, stretch your left fingers towards the ceiling. Get a bend at the left elbow and grab a hold of your neck. Good. I'm realizing everyone's straps are far, so I'm going to go bring your straps to you. It's like your strap is invisible. Here we go. Here we go. Good. So we could hold it behind the head, or we could use our strap and reach that strap behind our back. And then our opposite hand, the right hand, will come and grab the bottom half of that strap. Yes. So looks like this from behind. The strap is here if we can't comfortably join our hands. So if you're able to join your hands, you don't need the strap at all. But if you're not able to join the hands, the strap is a great way to start to get into that nice stretch. Yeah. Good. Steady breath. Chin wants to be parallel to the ground, so not pressing forward. Good. Big breath in. Exhale completely. One more inhale. Exhale, release your hands, and we'll bring thumb to thumb, forefinger to forefinger, and we'll press our hands down on the ground or on a block. So if the hands don't reach the ground, a block on any height is great here. Roll your shoulders open, feel your low back draw in, side body length. Good. Imagine that you could place the crown of your head or your heart in the center of that little triangle that you've made. We're leaning forward and we're lengthening out of our low back. out of the hips. And we'll use our inhale, lifting towards center. Uncross that leg if we have the cross here. Release your lower leg and extend those heels forward. Lovely. Good. Let's create some space between our heels. You're welcome to turn to the side if you prefer your heels to still be on your mat here. We have a nice little bit of space here. We're going to windshield wiper both legs. Feel that movement coming up into your femur and the hips. Really nice. Bring your legs into stillness. Bring your hands to the tops of your legs. Roll your shoulders up and get tall. Yeah. As if an adult, and we're not adults, as if an adult was kind of going to pick you up by the armpit. So, I used to do this when my daughter was little, kind of pick them up by the armpit. So imagine somebody doing that. They're pulling you out of your hips. Yeah, low back is long, side body is long. That's beautiful. Big inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Slide both heels forward. Bend into both knees. And we will do the other side. Often our bodies are not mirror images of each other. So we're reaching beneath the left leg, grab for the right heel. Bring the right heel by the left hip. I'm going to do the opposite. Can you shift? There it is. Yep. Good. And options. So you're going to do the opposite too, right? So I'm a mirror. So you're underneath the left leg. You're reaching for the right ankle. There it is. And then pull that right ankle towards the left hip. There it is. That's it. I make it sound more complicated than it is. Front heel can come directly in. That's option one. Option two is we have the sole of our foot on the ground, knees pointing up towards the ceiling. And we can start to feel the stretch happening. That's what we're looking for here. Option three is you might bring that heel towards the right hip, left heel towards the right hip. And again, classic yoga, our knees are stacked in a straight line. Real body yoga, not necessarily. Go ahead and rest your hands on that top knee. Invite your eyes to close. Feel your sit bones grounding. Feel the length of your spine. Notice what's stretching here. Yogi's choice. We can stay right here centered, or we can open our eyes and take that rotation to the left. So same direction as our upper leg. Left hand can come by your left hip or behind your body. Right hand can cross your body if that's comfortable. Steady breath here. Use your inhale, shifting yourself back towards center. Might reach for your strap here. So it's always the opposite arm to the leg that's on top. So we'll start with our right arm lifting since our left leg is on top. Dangle that strap behind your body. Reach your other arm back and you're grabbing for the lower end of that strap. So we're ending with our top elbow pointing towards the ceiling, lots of space in our neck. So we should be able to look side to side without our head being pushed forward by our hands. If your head is being pushed forward, give yourself some more length between the upper hand and your lower hand. Good. Stop when your chin is parallel to the ground. Bring your head slightly backwards in space. Feel into this stretch. This is our Gomukhasana, cow face pose. Give yourself as much space as you need between the upper and lower hand. That's what the strap is there for. Nice, steady breath. One more inhale. Exhale, releasing hold of your strap or your hands if you've been holding hands here. Beautiful. Send thumb to thumb, forefinger to forefinger. Make your little triangle. Place it down on a block or on the ground. Roll your shoulders up and feel into that length here, growing out of your hips, out of your waist, nice and long. We could stay long or start to gently lean forward. Each lean, each little millimeter that you lean forward is intensifying this stretch. Stay present with your breath wherever you are here. Beautiful. Let's inhale, lifting upwards here. Uncross your lifted leg. Release your lower leg, extend your heels forward, and we'll take that slide out to the side. Beautiful. Bring yourself into that windshield wiper motion into both heels, rocking forward and backwards. Good. Find a little bounce into your knees. Lovely. Bring yourself into stillness now. Hands in your legs, spine nice and long. Feel that length of your body, that alignment. Imagine that action, somebody pulling you up by your armpits here, getting nice and long. Really lovely. Big inhale, stretch all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring your hands towards center. Slide your heels towards each other, and we will bring ourselves to our hands and our knees. Give yourself that support of a blanket beneath your knees, like that. Good. Let's find our cat and cow here, our cow face pose. We would be remiss not to follow that up with our other cow pose. So inhale, drop your belly, feel the back body lengthen. Exhale, lifting your belly up, curve behind your shoulders as you look down. And you're moving here at your own pace. Good. Let's find a neutral spine. From your neutral spine, extend your left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Then thread your needle, bringing the left hand through between your right wrist and your right knee. Your head will come to a block or the ground here. Walk your hand that's on the ground right in front of your nose so that elbow's pointing up towards the ceiling. That action is going to press your upper shoulder directly over your bottom shoulder. Take that bottom arm and activate it, pressing it into the ground as if you're trying to create an arm print here into the ground. Really lovely. Option to stay here, or the side that you're twisting towards, that right side, you can take that heel out to the side, making a straight line from your hip outwards, like a kickstand on a bike. Toes are down, heels lifted here. Good. If that feels like too much, you can always bring your knee back in underneath your hip. Very often in Thread the Needle, we take that hand in front of our nose and wrap it behind our spine. Go there if that move is calling to you this morning. We want to stay centered with our breath wherever we are. Good. Big inhale here. Exhale. One more full breath in. As you breathe out, release that hand if it's behind your back. Bring your long leg in if you chose that option. Press into the hand in front of your nose and extend your fingertips back up towards the ceiling. And then we'll lower all 10 fingers down to the ground. Let's come back to that cat and cow here. Inhale, arching your back body. Exhale, curving into your back body. If you're moving at your own pace. Beautiful. Bring yourself back towards center here. And we'll set up for our second side. So opposite hand stretches up towards the ceiling. Then slide that hand through your knee and your wrist on the other side. Timmy did that side before, so you're going to do the opposite this time. There you go. Walk your hand in front of your nose. Point your elbow up towards the ceiling and then activate that lower arm pressing into the ground. We're looking to stack this top shoulder over our bottom shoulder. You feel it when you're there. Nice, steady breath. We have the option to stay here or take that leg of the side that you're twisting towards, walk it out to the side like a little kickstand on a bike. Good. If this feels like too much, if you feel off balance, bring that long leg back inwards. If this feels good and you'd like to play a little more, take the hand in front of your nose and wrap that hand behind your spine. That top hand in front of your nose is wrapping, if you choose. Steady breath wherever we are. Good. Big full breath in. Stay for the exhale. One more inhale. As you breathe out, we'll start to unwind that top hand coming in front of your nose if it's not there already. Bring your long leg in if you chose to extend it. Press into the hand in front of your nose to free your hand back up towards the ceiling. And then we'll nestle that hand down underneath your shoulder. Bring the inner edges of your knees and thighs together here. Pop your knees to the right, gaze looking over your left shoulder. And then we'll do the opposite, knees to the left, gaze over your right shoulder. Moving from side to side here. Picture your ribs moving from side to side as you bring your hips to one side, eyes to the other. Imagine you can connect your shoulder and your hip as you stretch from side to side here. And then we'll come back towards center in stillness. Walk your knees back to that hips width distance here and bring both elbows to the ground. Interlace your hands here. Keep your gaze looking down at the ground and curl your 10 toes under. Good. Double check those elbows are stacked beneath your shoulders. Going to keep a nice steady pressure from the elbows to the edges of your hands. So lower arms pressing into the ground. Use your inhale, lift your hips up and back. It's just like our downward dog, but the elbows stay down. Exhale, release your knees back down to the ground. There it is. So we're inhaling, hips lifting, coming into our dolphin pose. Exhale, knees coming back down to the ground. And you're going to move at your own pace here. Inhaling to lift up. Exhaling to lower down. Good. Each time we're lifting the hips up, we're also pressing our hips towards the back of the mat. So we have that nice diagonal line of the spine like we do in our downward dog. Good. One more time, coming up into our dolphin pose. Lower both knees to the ground. Release your hands from each other, press your arms long, and we will sit ourselves upwards in whatever seat is comfortable here. Coming into our seated posture. Yeah. Hello, shoulders, right? There's a lot on the shoulders. Let's extend our arms out. Rotate your palms facing upwards. Imagine that you're the tug of war, you're the rope in the tug of war. Shifting side to side, nice equally matched teams. As we're reaching to one side, get that sense of the arm kind of reaching out of the shoulder joint, and the same on the other side, kind of reaching out. Yeah, getting some nice space in the shoulder joints here. Really lovely. Yeah, nobody's winning this tug of war. So we're going to bring ourselves back towards center. Release your hands down by your sides. Let's find our cross-legged position here. If you tend to always bring the same leg in front when you cross legs, you might switch if that's available to you. Really nice. Bring your right hand to the ground, extend your left fingertips up and over your body. Beautiful. Reach with that upper arm, plant your left hand down, extend your right fingertips up and over your body. Beautiful. Lifting again, dropping your right hand down. Reach with your lifted hand. Drop the left hand down, extend with the right. Beautiful. One more time, coming to the right. This time we'll hold for a bit longer. You might choose to look up, straight ahead, or down. It's not in my practice, but it might be in yours to drop that right elbow to the ground. It's available if you'd like it. Nice, steady breath wherever we are. Inhale, reaching with your top arm, root that left hand down, extend with your right hand up and over. Good. Gaze on this side could look up straight ahead or down towards your supporting hand. And you have that option to bend into the elbow of your supporting hand. Steady breath here. Beautiful. Let's inhale, reaching with your top arm, bringing yourself back towards center. Extend both of your heels forward here. Oh, lovely. Take a bend into your right knee. We'll open that right knee to the side. Good. If it's available to you, you might take a half lotus here. Really nice. If, like me, your knee is up in the air, you might grab a block and put that block underneath your knee. Really lovely. Good, we're gonna keep our left leg long, right leg is here or here, right? So if this is causing pain for you today, don't stay in a place of pain. We're gonna hold that right foot with the left hand, reach your right hand out to the side, good. Rotate your thumb facing down, palm facing behind you, then reach behind your body, good. So classic pose, we can hold our toes with our right fingers behind our back. My body won't do it. I think Kanisha might be able to get it. No, not today, almost. We can imagine, no. Even if we're not there, continue to broaden, cross your shoulders, sit up nice and tall. Imagine somebody pulling you up and out of your hips. Nice, steady breath. In and out. Beautiful. Releasing that right arm back to the side. If there's a block beneath your knee, scoot that block out of your way. Release your right leg forward. We're going to keep our knee bent here. Go ahead and grab for the right foot with the right hand. Lift your heel up to about knee height. We can use our strap here if our hand doesn't touch comfortably onto our leg. And we'll start to press our heel forward and then bend into our knee. Pressing your heel forward, bending into your knees. We're bringing some movement really into the hip joints here. Yeah, really good. Good. From here, long leg, take your leg out to the side, bring your leg back towards center. Yeah, that's exactly it. Out to the side and back towards center. Beautiful. One more time, out to the side. Coming back towards center, fold into your leg, release that strap if you're using it. Extend your right heel forward, left heel is going to come inwards. And we'll take the fold of our knee to the side, sole of our left foot meeting the inner edge of our right leg. Good. So here's our option if our foot doesn't want to do the half lotus on this side. If your knee feels good here, we can play with bringing the foot up to the opposite thigh. Good. And most of our legs are up in space. So give yourself that support of your block underneath your knee. Good. With your body. We really want to feel what's happening. We don't want to force anything. No limping away from yoga class. Really nice. We're going to hold on to our foot if it's on our thigh with our right hand. Left arm is going to extend long into the left. Take that rotation. Palm faces back, thumb faces down. Bring your hand behind your back. Wrap it here. Sometimes we can do a thing on one side and not the other. Yeah, she's got it. There you go. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Feel that space across your collarbone from shoulder to shoulder. Feel your inner steady breath. Big breath in. As you exhale, take that hand from behind your back if it's there. Remove your block from beneath your body if it's there. Go ahead and release your foot from on top of your thigh. Settle your heel in front of your hip. Grab for a strap or grab for your foot with your left hand. And we'll extend our heel up to hip height. And we're pressing the heel forward, bringing the knee inwards. Good. Big movements into your hip, but also we've got some good stretch happening in your shoulder, in your back body. Beautiful. Next time your leg is long, we'll take that side to side. There it is. Nice side to side. Good. Beautiful. So you can take a bend in that other knee if it wants to bend. That's okay. Yeah. Beautiful. Next time that heel's pointing forward, release your strap, release your foot to the ground, extend your heels both forward and long. Take a big reach and a stretch here. Good. Extend and reach as far as you can without lowering. And we'll inhale, reaching all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, extend as far as you can without lowering all the way. One more. Inhale, reaching up. This time as you exhale, bend a bit into your knees to let yourself drape long over your legs. Grab wherever your hands land without effort here. Feel your spine rounding, your head relaxing. You can always allow those heels to scooch forward as your body opens into the shape, our Paschimottanasana or westward back stretch. You might close your eyes and maybe you'll return to that straw breath that we began with today, that inhale through your nostrils, exhale through circled lips. Use your next inhale to very gently begin to lift yourself back up. And we are transitioning to our Shavasana. So give yourself the support that you need. We'll be coming around with blankets. If you need a bolster, just let me know. Excellent. Yeah, you're welcome. Want a bolster for your knees? Okay. Let yourself settle in here. Take a big inhale through your nose. Let that breath exhale completely out of your mouth. And then invite the control of your breathing to withdraw. And let your body simply take in the breath it needs without any efforts on your part. Feel your body relaxing and softening. Invite your body to get as heavy as could be, resting here on the earth. Yourself soften into that pull of gravity down. And to notice once more the expansion and softening of your breath here. And feel into your toes, and your fingers moving. Invite that movement to come upwards to your ankles, your wrists. And as you're ready, take a reach of your arms back, toes forward. And bring your knees towards your chest, drop your arms, and find a gentle side to side motion. Let yourself come to rest, easy on one side. Use your top arm pressing down to lift your body up to a comfortable seat. And invite your hands to find heart center, Anjali Mudra. And we'll close our practice today with a single sound of Om. If you'd like to join in, and we'll let our next inhale prepare. Om. I'm so grateful that you've chosen to share your practice here this morning. Thank you for being here. Namaste.